So don't put too much thought into this, you guys. It's literally just a nice, light scrub. And remember that the fascia is just below the skin. So this is a light and brisk movement, and we're just going to go ahead and 360 the lower leg quickly to prepare the tissue for more intense work. So you should be able to see some redness, which is great. So I'm gonna go ahead and move around to the inside and just keep it going light and brisk. And I do want to mention that I always want you to be aware, no matter what you're blasting, to be aware of your posture. Make sure you're not hunched over, and make sure you have your abdominals on. Make sure you keep your shoulders relaxed. Make sure that you work your muscle all the way from the origin to the insertion. So here I'm down on the Achilles and going all the way up, my calf. And you can do this for as long as you want. I'm teaching this more as a demonstration. So feel free to go ahead and do the full 2 to 5 minutes. So one of the key places in our lower leg is between the shin and the anterior tibialis. So we do what we call the poke and wiggle wiggle technique. You can use the nugget, the mini 1, or the mini 2 to do this. And what you're gonna do is just start right south of the knee and right to the side, the outside of the shin, and you're gonna go ahead and poke and wiggle wiggle. And we're gonna do this all the way down to create kind of a little dented stripe all the way down. This is super important because if the fascia is so tight, it will literally drag this muscle up and over your shin. And that can cause a lot of pain because this whole lower compartment is basically being choked out. So with the poke and wiggle wiggle technique, I'm showing you a fascia line. But you can also use the poke and wiggle wiggle technique to open any of the tissue. Okay? So I don't want you to feel limited to this particular area. That's just a great way to get us going. But anywhere on your lower leg, you can use the poke and wiggle wiggle technique. For instance, going right into the ankle, right into the talus joint is a great idea. You can also come around the sides of your ankle bones. And I'm also a huge fan of taking anywhere where the muscles are extremely tight, and people tend to be super tight in the peroneals as well as the anterior tib. You can go right into the muscle and do the poke and wiggle wiggle and incorporate it with what we call the golf ball technique. Because, so say I wanted to get this entire area here, I just turn it into a golf ball with this poke and wiggle wiggle. You would be shocked how well this technique works. It's really, really good for any type of stubborn knot. So see how I turn that part into a golf ball? And then once we're through treating the area, you just simply want to go back with the big claws, or you can use the Facer Master Blaster. And then you can flush it with your hands